Hi, my name's Emma and I'm an English language lecturer at Calywith College. Because of the current situation, we are all filming videos to try and give you some answers to any questions that you might have had if we'd have been had the opportunity to meet you on an open day. So just to give you a little kind of brief introduction as to what the English language course is like. So we use we follow the edXL specification. English language is very different to what you would have done at GCSE, but all of the things that you perhaps enjoy about it are incorporated into the A-level course. So if you really enjoy analysing text, unpicking meaning, thinking about how language affects an audience, they're the kind of things that we're doing in every lesson, debating, discussing, analysing, and really kind of thinking about the language that you use, the impact that it has. So we initially start with looking at terminology and theories and applying those for a range of texts. So it could be a blog, could be a Facebook status, could be an interview, could be a magazine article, and we're just thinking about how language is affected by its context, so whether it's spoken, written or multimodal. After that we move on to how identity is affected or revealed with your language use. So we look at why your gender, your age, your class identity, your education, your family background, how all of those things are important when it comes to constructing or revealing an identity. And that's one of the things you're examined on at the end of the second year. Alongside that, we also look at child language. We look at how children learn how to communicate between the ages of 0 to 8. We look at both your spoken language and your written language and think about how and why you are able to use language in the way that you can, where you've initially first started either babbling or you were kind of scribbling with a pencil up until you got your pen licence. Okay, so again, that's something that you're examined on at the end of the 2-year course as well. After that, we move on to language change. So we look at how language has changed. We go all the way back to the 1500s and we think about how language was being used then and how and why we now use the language form that we do. So we think about how cultural, political, social and technological factors have impacted on the language that we now use in present day. As well as that, in January, in the second year of your course, you will begin an investigation, which is an independent research project based on a topic involving either language and power, language and gender, language and journalism, global English, or language variation. So across the years, we've looked at things like charity advertising, we've looked at gender in comic books, and we've looked at things like how gender is represented in children's advertising as well. So it's a really good opportunity for you to do some develop skills within independent research, data analysis, and it really gives you an idea of what study would be like at higher education. As well as that, the coursework element is worth 20% of the course, so the 3 exams that you'll sit are worth 80%. The coursework is creative. It doesn't have to be short stories and things like that. It can be something like a blog or a review or travel writing or speeches. It just needs to be 2 pieces of original writing aimed at 2 different audiences. And as well as 2 pieces, you also write a commentary where you apply all the terms and the theories that you've learnt throughout the course and actually go and analyse and evaluate your own work. So the subject's really diverse, really interesting. We look at a variety of texts. We're always kind of debating and discussing ideas. We're always thinking about how you as an audience are affected by the language that you're exposed to, whether it's written, whether it's spoken, whether it's electronically produced, or whether it is visual as well. So it will give you a really good kind of insight into how we as an audience kind of are affected by language. So it's a really complementary subject for things like psychology and sociology and media and some of the science subjects, and obviously alongside another English like the English Literature A-level as well. To give you an idea of where this A-level can take you, we do have guest speakers who come in who have studied English at higher education, so we have people who have studied it and have gone into journalism or marketing, PR, speech and language therapy. So you do get a real sense of where English language can take you in the future, whether it's in higher education, in employment or an apprenticeship. So I really hope this has given you an idea of why you should choose English language and the kind of things to expect. So I look forward to meeting you in September.